Hello, and thank you for joining my Friday live stream. My name is Jen Bailey. I'm a VSG athlete, and today I would like to go over intimacy post VSG surgery. There's some info out there, but it's just not really things that people talk about. And I, for one, I talk about everything. So, yeah, if you have any questions, throw them on in. Um, yeah, I'll go over some of my life, along with some fun facts and info I found online. So let's get into this. We'll go here. So before weight loss, when it comes to women, obesity can increase our estrogen, and in turn, that will kind of give us like a stronger libido. It'll make us want to be intimate more. Hey, cool. Like, it works for you. Like, that's the info that I found, and I can, personally, I can see that to be truthful. So that's where we're at with that. As far as men go, from what I found, obesity will lower their testosterone. So, gosh, why couldn't I say testosterone? Yeah, so it lowers that. I have some notes here, just, so I don't want to be misleading or anything. It can create erectile dysfunction with them, and lower their libido. Also, I thought it was a little odd to see this info. It said that for men, it also can create a shortness of breath, being obese, when it comes to intimacy. So I think that's kind of for everybody thing. I mean, I know when I was really heavy, there were some struggle moments there, and it was like a workout in itself. So, but yeah, a few places I found that that was particular to men, but I personally think it's across the board thing. So that's some before weight loss surgery info. Now, after weight loss, obviously our hormones go kind of all over the place for a bit. It's a big surgery. Our body's getting used to its new normal, and all of this weight is coming off really fast, and it's just trying to kind of even itself out. So that said, it can take up to a couple years from what I found to really stabilize. Obviously, we know, things happen within a few months, and for women, our cycles kind of do some wonkiness and then get back on track. But overall, it does take a minute, for this to happen. With women, their estrogen levels obviously come back to normal. Our libido can go down for a bit and then pick right back up. And when it comes to men, after the weight loss, their testosterone goes back to where it should be. It, gets that boost, and for them, it will increase their want for intimacy. So, obviously we all handle it differently, and everyone has their own, life and things that they deal with within themselves and their home life. But that's some of the info that I found, post-surgery hormones and how this works. So the waiting time. Now, this one is, obviously everyone does their own thing. So for me, I've had a few major, not major surgeries, but they've cut into my guts and things. I've had 2 C-sections. I've had a bunionectomy on both feet. I've had screws out of one foot. I've had my gallbladder. There are things where I've been told like you need to wait a certain amount of time. But for me, sorry, I like what I like. So I didn't wait the full amount of time, and I'm still okay. But what the recommended time to wait for intimacy after surgery is anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks. And it should be like less intense. Do with that what you will. But you know, that's what's out there. And I think for me, I waited maybe 2 weeks. I mean, obviously we're walking, we're out, like we're doing things, we're still able to kind of like slowly squat down, like bending hurts because they have, jabbed all these things through your guts. But yeah, that's where I stand with it. Personally, it was a couple weeks, and then as, the weeks went on, like things went from less intense to back to normal. And that's my journey. If you're the same, then good on you. If you're different, then good on you. Like, we all have our own ways of handling things, but the 2 to 4 weeks is about the standard, and it all just depends on you and your body. So if there's something that's hurting, obviously stop. Just listen to what your body's telling you. Side note, like I have seen some things. It's older version or like seasons of my 600-pound life, and I do remember seeing someone where the lady went home and her husband just kept, trying, and she ended, like, some of her stitches ended up going really, like, they opened up and all that. So, that I would hope that people don't do that, but it's out there that it has, and I think we all need to take care of ourselves in the best way possible. So, it was really difficult to watch, but it kind of shows you the reality of things. So, we're all here to support each other, and yeah, I would hope that everyone, does what's best for them and their spouse, their partner, whoever they have by their side. So body image and self-esteem, it's a big deal. So we have these things every day. We have it before the surgery, after surgery. My body image was before surgery was not great. I mean, I would do my makeup, I would get dressed, but I never felt really good about myself looking in the mirror. And it's still a sprinkle of body dysmorphia, but I'll see myself in the mirror now and I know what I look like, but sometimes the mirror it reflects very differently. So we have that going through. After surgery, things start to get a little better. You're dropping all this weight, you have more courage to do things, you feel better about yourself. But also remember, like, there's this loose skin, and for me, yes, I have it looks like, I mean, if you go back to my video and you check that out, it's like your skin's just kind of melting off you, like it starts to hang. Some people do a lot better with it because their elasticity is better, but I've been overweight almost my entire life. So the skin is stretched, and that's just where my journey is. But now the body image, self-esteem is, getting better, but even with the kind of melting skin, at those intimate moments, there are very much times where I'm like, boom, lights off, because I know whatever position I'm in, I'm not feeling comfortable with the skin just kind of like hanging or laying to the side of me, or, I look like I'm melting. My husband, very supportive, and, you know, he says this doesn't bother him. He doesn't see it that way. And I love that. And I think it's wonderful. But for me, I'm always going to have that like doubt of like, maybe he's just saying that like to be nice. Um, I, I don't know. That's me. And probably from the traumatic ex-marriage and all of that. So, um, that's kind of how it works in my head. But things do get better, and there's turn the lights off. That's pretty easy. But yeah, there's times where there's things full on bright sunshine, and it's okay. It just depends on the moment. It depends on how I'm feeling that day, what's going on, whatever. For me, intimacy is, and maybe for a lot of women, it's a very like mental thing. So if I'm not right like here, then definitely not right like there. It's just how that is for me. But yeah, these things do get better. I'm doing all these workouts, things are starting to like kind of tighten up. I know I'm not going to have like the perfect skin from all of these workouts and strength training, but it definitely is helping in my image and self-esteem day to day. So yeah, always like do what's best for you and know that there is support out there. You're not the only one going through this. There are others that may have similar concerns. And that's just reach out to someone, get into a support group, reach out to me. I'm all ears. And if you have any questions, I'm an open book. I think transparency is key. So let me go into this thing I did see. So a fun fact, bariatric surgery increases fertility, making the chances of becoming pregnant higher. I think that's a wonderful thing for those who haven't been able to get pregnant and who want to. Like, this surgery creates so many wonderful possibilities in our lives, and this is yet another one. So if that's your kind of end game, then absolutely go for it. Sorry, I keep touching my face. I just like allergies are not, this isn't working. I have so many allergies. So yeah, for me, again, I had my tubes tied after my daughter. So I had a boy. A year and 8 days later, I had a girl, and like, cut. That was it. I did not want any more. I have my boy and my girl, but I did not want any more children with the person that I was with because it was terrible, and I knew it's not okay. I felt all kinds of ways. So, for these people that are trying and that want to have a family, great. This is a wonderful fun fact. For those of us who are done, hey, I had my tubes tied. I had a uterine ablation. So everything in there is just like burned. There's nothing happening in this uterus. And my husband was actually snipped, for lack of better words. I forgot what it's called when the guys have it. So yeah, kind of same thing. He had his child and was good. So yeah, from that we have 3 amazing kids, and now he and I can just be, rabbits all day long, and it's lovely. This is the life for us, and yeah, I just wanted to share that little fun fact with you guys. But yeah, I just wanted to go over this info. It's not super talked about. And if you have any questions or anything, feel free to reach out to me. I'll pretty much answer anything. But yeah. Yeah, not a lot's off limits. So if you wanted to follow along in my journey on Instagram, I'm Jen_Bailey17. And on Strava, I'm Jen Bailey. If you heard the clickety clack and the burp, that is my lovely dog Karma in the background making his appearance. But yeah, oh, please don't. Hey, hey, it's the post person, the male person. So yeah. That said, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you got some great info from this, some cool fun facts. But yeah, until next time, sending light, love, and happiness. Bye.